Hi folks, I'm Jeff, and the good folks over at Associated Equipment sent me this Intellimatic smart charger. Now this is model ESS 6008 MSK. Now this is very useful in your shop because it's a battery charger, it's a smart charger, it will provide clean power, 70 amps, and it can also recondition batteries. So this is a really nice charger to have in your shop, because on this charger you can actually hook this up when you're doing your diagnostics, when you're doing your smoke tests, and a lot of times we have to raise the vehicles in order to check underneath if we're doing a smoke test, in order to actuate actuators and see that if they're working and the smoke stops, or different things that we're doing. This can also do reflash power. And like I said, let me show you one thing that's going to make this even better. Is this comes with 6-foot battery cables, and in order to make this better in your shop, you can order optional 16-foot cables. And what you do is you remove all of the screws here when you're on the back side from the right panel. There's directions that come with the cable, and they say do it on the left one. Well, I guess that's facing the machine, but if you're behind the machine and you're taking all this off, then you're going to take the top panel off, and we just move those out of the way. So what you have right here where the cables go through is this plastic clips that keep that from being damaged. And so what you want to do is squeeze those so that they'll come out the back side with the cable. And then there's new ones that come in the package when you're putting the new cables on. And there's just 2 bolts that you have to remove, because what we're going to do is we're going to replace these cables with optional cables that are 16 foot long. Now when you raise this vehicle up, the charger can still be on the ground. You have plenty of cable to reach, and it's not going to put you in a bind. And then you can do the things that you need to do when you're doing diagnostics or smoke machine. The great thing about these cables is you can see this one is smooth and this one has ridges on it. That one is the positive cable, so it's really neat how they design those so you won't get them mixed up, because you can see the ridges. So what do we do on the inside once we have all this loose? Well, right here is a 7/16, and you can see it comes through, and this is actually the negative cable. It comes through, so you take that loose and you just are going to slide this out. That goes through the bottom, and so we're going to put the negative back through the bottom. This top one goes to this ammeter right here, and if you just start twisting on it, you can actually damage that. So you want to get you a thin wrench that'll go back in there when you loosen this, so that you don't damage that ammeter. That's really important. Once you have that loose, you just take this off. Now remember, we have these wires that are on top of this cable, so we want to move those out of the way. And remember, when we put it back on, we want this cable on first. This one is the one that has the little ridges on it. That's the positive cable. So we pull them up out of the way. We get the new cable and we slide them through. Remember, the negative cable went on the bottom and the positive is on the top. And of course, we've got the ridges right there. So we're just going to slide this up, and then we're going to go ahead and hook everything back up. Remember, we'll turn this, and this went underneath these 2 wires. We take the nut and we're going to run it back up on there. And when we tighten that, again, we want to remember to use the thin wrench on the back side and tighten it this way so that we don't damage the ammeter. When we go to the negative cable, of course, we're going to twist it around here and put it on and tighten that back up on there. All quick and easy. This one, we just take the wrench and tighten it down, and we want to make sure that these two are not touching. That's nice and tight. And of course the package comes with the new plastic pieces that go back through there. So we'll put those on. We want to go ahead and tighten this up, and then we'll put it all back together. Now we have added 16-foot optional cables, so we can have this sitting on the ground, attach this to most any battery on the vehicles, and still be able to raise this up in the air to be able to use the clean power while we're doing our diagnostics or while we're doing our smoke testing. With the flash, you really don't want to mess with other parts of the vehicle and just let the vehicle do that. But now we have 16-foot cables on this. These are optional cables that can be ordered. This makes this Intellimatic smart charger even better for your shop. As always, I appreciate you watching.